It has been a while since I've done a proper guide, so I've made a list of the absolute best heroes to master to skyrocket through the Overwatch leaderboards and hopefully straight to the top. I've got a hero for every role and nearly every rank. My name is Nate, and welcome to Blizzard Guides. I wouldn't be a YouTuber if I didn't bother you about merch, so hey, I've got merch. There's some really cool hoodies and tees, and we've got phone cases and mugs and other stuff. Buy it if you want to, and don't if you don't. I'll have 3 heroes for each role: Bronze to Gold, Plat to Diamond, and Masters to GM. I'll keep it short, simple, and straight to the point, so let's get into this video. Starting off with the DPS first, from Bronze to Gold, it's definitely gotta be Pharah. Pharah's a really strong pick in these elos, regardless of the meta, and with the abundance of Mercy players in this rank, you'll definitely find a sick combo no matter the rank. Play it safe, you'll want to be consistently dealing damage and getting barrage. I also recommend that you practice flight control, so you can always be in the air, raining justice from above. Pharah is really easy to get insta-picks on people that are just not by their team, and surprise, from Bronze to Gold you find people that are typically out of position, so play from the above and just wait for people to get out of position that are away from their team and just get them with that 1-2 tap. For Plat to Diamond, Reaper is your go-to. Reaper is a really strong pick at the current moment in this double shield meta, and it's likely that we'll see him sticking around for the metas to come as this new PTR patch hits live. Hunt and Pounce is the way to play. You want to get in with teleport or walk in with your team, and then wraith out whenever you get a kill or you need to get out. Don't ever wraith into the fight. That's just really dumb because you won't have an escape option. Also, don't be afraid to solo ult, especially if you know you can't aim like yours truly. There's no harm in solo ulting somebody. You can still get kills with it, and you know, your ult may not necessarily be strong if they have a lot of stun, so if you need to solo ult the Zen, solo ult the Zen. And lastly, for that Masters to Grandmasters, it is 100% Doomfist. You guys know it if you're playing in that elo. Doomfist is just so strong. He's a bit hard to pick up, but I do really strongly recommend this dude on YouTube. Get Quaked On makes fantastic guides on all the weird movement tricks that you can do that I can never seem to get down, and with this, you're gonna set yourself up to be a nasty Doomfist. You need to first learn all of the techniques and then learn how to chain them together. Other than that, just play it safer rather than sorrier, and you just need to get kills, not throw yourself into the ether hoping that you get a potential pick. Just try and get those kills that you know you can get, and don't go for kills that you're not super sure you can get. Moving along, the support category. In the Bronze to Gold range, it seems like you guys already know it, but Moira is really strong. I don't think that she's gonna be in the meta much longer, but even so, I think that for Bronze to Gold, she is a decent pick for those of you looking for easy climbs. You really do need to make sure that you're not wasting healing though. Don't be spamming heals before the fights are even in progress. I see that way too much for those ranks, and also make sure that you prioritize your own survivability, meaning don't fade into the enemy backline just to save your Genji who is dying. Also, if you are losing and you have 4 golds, that is not a good thing. That means that you're playing bad and you're DPSing way too much. Stop just munching on crayons. I hate it when I hear Moira say that she has 4 golds, but you're losing. That's actually your fault. I know that you still have gold healing, but you should have gold healing. That just means that you're doing too much damage. So focus on healing and protecting your team, but obviously sometimes you're gonna lose. For the Plat to Diamond players out there, Lucio is the best pick in my opinion. I recommend that you practice your wall riding by doing Lucio Surf servers. You should check out this Discord that I will link in the description, which is the Lucio Surf Discord. They have some pretty cool servers. You should be able to wall ride like it is second nature, because that is where your main level of survivability comes from. Also, make sure that you do not waste amp. It is the second most important ability in your kit, and it absolutely needs to be used as your team needs it. Like, if you can't get past a choke, group up and amp speed past the choke, or if your teammate is low, amp heals and then speed them out. Stuff like that. Lucio is all about playing the fundamentals. Nothing fancy is needed to climb. All those streamers that you see doing cool tricks are only necessary up in the highest echelons of the Overwatch ladder. For your purposes, just play the fundamentals. Play it safe, play it good. And finally, for my Masters to GM brothers and sisters out there, just take a serious look at Brig. No, I'm not joking, Brigitte is actually a really good hero right now, and she's seriously fun too to play, and ridiculously strong if you can get her new playstyle down. She requires a lot of skill now to play correctly because she just doesn't survive like she used to, and she doesn't do quite that much damage, and if you can have high Inspire uptime and high Rally uptime, Brig becomes a really powerful pick and complements the double shield meta well. However, with that said, Bap is actually coming into the meta with the new PTR, so he might also be a good pick, so you might want to pick him up also as well as Brig. So if the meta swaps from double shield, you're probably going to want to pick up Bap and play him, but honestly both are really good picks right now, so go watch Karku's video on the updated Brig mechanics for a good rundown on how to pick her up, since that's the basic latest video on Brigitte right now. And last but certainly not least, we have the tank category. I'm actually going to split it to main tank and off tank, since I know those are quite different, but we'll also have some overlap on the ranks, so it won't necessarily be, bronze to gold, plat to diamond, masters to GM. For the bronze through diamond range for off tanks, you definitely want to check out Roadhog. While the meta is double shield right now, Roadhog is still a super strong pick and a way easier hero to play than Sigma, in my opinion. If you want to stay alive more than you're dead, and you're getting good hooks and you're peeling for your supports, Roadhog becomes a deadly pick that is really underrated in the ladder. He gets punished up in the higher ranks, but since you're not playing in a rank where heavy punishment really exists like it does in the GM Plus ranks, Roadhog is a totally viable pick that will give you an edge on the SR grind to the top. You just need to play it simple, just don't flank too much, just get picks and play it safe and protect your teams and you'll do fine. For the Master to GM ranks, I definitely think Sigma is worthwhile even though he's the meta and pretty much everybody's playing him. It seems like he's gonna remain in the meta after the PTR to some extent. If you really learn his orbs and his combos and get his mechanics down, you'll become a really strong addition to your team and you can do some really crazy stuff and get consistent 4Ks. I still personally haven't really been able to master Sigma as much as I've really wanted to, but even then my off-tank account has climbed to nearly 4,300 and I haven't even played on that account that much at all. He's definitely worth checking out and he's a scary strong pick and a lot of fun too. Finally, for my main take bros out there, you may have seen it coming, but Arisa on all ranks is so strong right now. She's just really good in this current live patch, and she's still going to be really strong in the PTR patch when all those barriers get nerfed. For those of you that aren't really familiar with the PTR patch, basically all shields are getting nerfed, but Arisa is getting a health increase, her Fortify cooldown is getting decreased, and a bunch of other things. She shoots and moves faster, so Arisa's still going to be strong come the PTR. Arisa's Fortify, or Gold, if you want to call it that, is her strongest part of her kit, and with the new PTR, you're really going to have to maximize the value from your Fortify to be able to climb a ton with her since your shield is never going to be up. Fortify is really good for baiting abilities and blocking damage on coming to your supports or DPS in need, so don't be afraid to body block with Fortify. That includes versus a pull hook combo like this. Basically, allow yourself to tank damage with your Fortify ability. That's kind of in the name of tank. There's unfortunately not that many Arisa streamers, but I do recommend that when there are tournaments going on, watch them on Twitch and pay attention to how the Arisas use Fortify, and you'll learn a lot about how to play the hero, and also watch how they place their shields, since I know that many Arisas in ranked don't know where to put their shields or where to hold. That's how I personally learned Arisa, and she's a lot of fun for me now on the ranked ladder, and I'd like to think that I'm a pretty decent Arisa. And before I end this video, I want to make an honorable mention to a few heroes out there. Firstly, my favorite hero of all time, Reinhardt, is a decent pick right now and can be really strong if you're an already good Reinhardt, which is why I didn't recommend him for the other tanks, since you have to already know how to play Reinhardt really well, and he's a difficult hero to pick up in this meta. You just have to play super aggro and almost play like a Hammond would play. It's weird, but it can be done if you know how to play Reinhardt well. Secondly, Hanzo is going to be a very strong pick come the new PTR patch where shields are nerfed, since he can shred shields already, so considering picking him up and practicing him might be a good idea because I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of him. In a similar vein, I kinda mentioned it earlier, but Baptiste is also going to be entering the meta come the shield nerf, most likely, so he might be somebody that you might want to look into for a new hero to add to your tool belt. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Comment down below with your questions, comments, or concerns, and if you thought that another hero deserved a spot on this list or anything like that. also comment that down below. I tried to balance this out pretty well. I watched some gameplay of lower ranks, I looked at pick rates and win rates on Overbuff, and I also used some personal experience as well as watching what caused teams to win or lose in my own games and what heroes were being used to, clutch up fights like that. This should be a fairly meta-proof list for at least the next meta rotation, so hopefully this stays relevant for all of you come the new PTR patch with the nerfed barriers. I kind of considered both this meta and that meta. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a nice day. My name is Nate, and this was Blizzard Guides.